Everyone, it's Coach Jeff from CrossFit Seize the Day. Today's workout of the day, we're going to take a workout that comes from the United in Movement workout series that we're seeing this week. It's workout number 4. It's a 9-minute amrap. 2 separate workouts in this amrap. 30, 20, 10 is the rep scheme of the first one. You'll alternate an alternating dumbbell clean and jerk. So basically a dumbbell from the hang, shoulder and overhead, with a butterfly sit-up. So that's a sit-up where you're on the floor with the bottom of the feet together. 30 of those, 20 of those, 10 of those. You'll go right into a alternating dumbbell snatch from the hang, also paired with butterfly sit-ups, 30, 20, 10. So it's a 9-minute AMRAP, so you'll do 30, 20, 10 of clean and jerk and butterfly sit-ups, 30, 20, 10 of alternating dumbbell snatch from the hang and the sit-ups, and then if you have time left, you go back to the clean and jerks, etc. So it's a 9-minute AMRAP for that workout. Second part of today's workout, we're going to take actually some movements from the scaled version of the workout they're offering. We are going to pair a mountain climber with a up-down plank movement. We're going to do that in a Tabata format, so we're going to do 20 seconds of a movement. We'll get 10 seconds to rest. We're going to do 4 Tabata rounds. That basically means we're going to do 8 minutes worth of work, 20 on, 10 off. Okay, so that'll be your workouts for today. Very high workload today, so we need to get to a very good warm-up first. So the first warm-up movement we're going to do is an inchworm into a cobra. So with your feet close together, we're going to walk your hands out into a push-up plank position. Nice tight core. When you get out into the push-up plank, release yourself into a cobra position. Push down on the ankles, push down on the hips, push up on the chest. Come back to your push-up plank. Walk your hands by pulling your hips up. Back to your feet. Hold this hamstring stretch for about 5 or 10 seconds. And then continue to walk yourself out into another inchworm and cobra. Do this for about a minute, minute and a half. You should be able to do 6 or 8 of those movements. In that amount of time, you're looking to stretch your hamstrings, hips, and lower back really well for this workout. Second warm-up movement, also for about a minute. We're going to just do ground to sky, slightly wider than hip width stance. Reach down, touch the ground behind your feet, stretching the back of the legs. Reach up, touch the ceiling or the sky behind you, and keep reaching down and up for about a minute. Again, still working on the hips, the hamstrings, the core, the lower back, getting them loose. Okay, now we're going to move to about 30 seconds of a movement. The first movement is going to be a wall shoulder release. So basically go to a wall, and you're going to lean one arm, or let's say tricep or elbow, on the wall and press your body weight forward. So it'll look like this. And just press into the wall. And by leaning your body into the wall, you're creating a stretch throughout your tricep, throughout your lat, throughout your shoulder. Let's do that on each arm for about 30 seconds, or however long it takes you to feel like you're really getting those muscles and that fascia loose. From there, we're going to move on to another wall stretch called the wall press. You're going to press against the wall, hands around chest or shoulder width. You're going to press your head and chest down towards the floor while pushing your hips back behind you. So that'll look like this. So I'm just going to basically press my head and chest down, pushing my hips back. This is basically like if you did a down dog stretch, but against the wall. Again, creating more stretch in the upper back, shoulders, and core. So do that again for about 30 seconds or however long it takes to feel good. Okay, from there, we're going to start warming up the mountain climber and the up-down plank that you're going to do in the first part of the workout. So do about 30 seconds of regular mountain climbers. What we'd like to see is a nice, smooth, tight, core-driven transition of the hips and the feet, with the hips and shoulders staying fairly level. Like, we don't want to see the butt keep bouncing up in the air. So think about hollow belly position, switching, keeping that core nice and tight. So do about 30 seconds of those. Take a moment to catch your breath if you need, and then we're going to take that to a little harder mobility strength position. we're going to ask you to, in each transition of the mountain climber, bring your knee all the way up to the elbow on the same side. So you're going to need to slow this movement down and make it a little more stable. It'll look like this. So I'll bring my left knee to my left elbow, right knee, left knee, right knee. So a lot more core strength, a lot more upper body strength. Do about 30 seconds of those, or as many as you can do in about 30 seconds. Again, slow it down. Use a lot of control for that movement. Knee to elbow mountain climber. Okay. From there, let's look at the up-down plank. So in an up-down plank, we're starting in a push-up position or on a plank position, whichever you want to start, going up to a plank and back down. What I'd like to see is that you spend about 30 seconds leading with one arm, and then 30 seconds leading with the other arm. Try to keep the body relatively flat and stable rather than rocky and rolling around. So it'll look like this. I'll start in my down plank. Let's say I lead with my left arm first. It's up to plank, back down, up to plank, back down. Then I'll do some on my right arm leading the way. So key there, keeping the body nice and straight, not letting the hips and the butt stick up, not rocking the body around, and just breathing and controlling the movement, right? Speed, not as important as doing it well, right? Body control is always more important than sloppiness, okay? So about 30 seconds of each of those. And then we're gonna start looking at the weightlifting movements in the workout. Okay, so we have a hang clean and jerk, and then we have a hang dumbbell snatch. So let's warm up the clean and jerk by taking a dumbbell. If you want to go to the workout weight right away, you can do that. If you're using something that's a little heavy for that, feel free to do a lighter set and bridge your way up. The workout weight for this workout is 50 pounds for the men, 35 pounds for the women. That's the dumbbell weight. But scale it to anything that you think you're going to be able to move with well for this quantity of work. We have 30 and 20 and 10 reps. That's not a small amount of work. So don't pick a weight that you're going to struggle with or that won't be very safe. Okay. So we're going to go right arm strict presses. Keep the elbow fairly straightforward. Think about what it looks like in rack position. Press to a lockout. I would like to see 10 reps on each arm. You may not do 10 in a row. Maybe you want to do 5 on each arm and then switch, depending on how heavy this feels. So 10 strict presses on each arm. From there, what we'd like to do is warm up the hip extension explosion part of the clean and jerk and the snatch. So you're going to do basically a deadlift and shrug movement. You'll come down to the ground. You'll put your dumbbell in between your stance with good posture. Feet are balanced, shoulders are back. I want you to extend the hips and shrug. So that is getting that power of the hip extension with the energy feeding into the shrug so that we can either clean it from there or we can snatch it from there. So 10 of those on each side of the body, deadlift plus shrug. Really focus on the hip extension. After that, let's go back to pressing again to get the shoulders a little more warm. Let's do something like 5 push presses, dip and drive to a lockout, and then do 5 push jerks because your shoulders are going to get tired in this workout. Dip, drive, drop under the weight and stand. Okay, so per arm, 5 push presses, 5 push jerks. So that's a total of 10 movements per arm. Shoulders should be pretty well warmed up now for the workout. Let's look at now the clean and jerk. So in a clean, we're going to take all the movements from the hang today. So basically, we're going to come down somewhere between your knee and your hip, depending on where you're comfortable. With good posture, we're going to do a clean and jerk. So we're going to extend the hip shrug, catch at the shoulder, press overhead. I finished that one in a jerk. We can push press, whatever movement works for you. Let's do 5 of those on each arm, working on posture, keeping the dumbbell close to the body, using the legs and the hips to drive up to a locked out position overhead. Last movement to practice, the dumbbell snatch. This is also from the hang. So we're going to go in one smooth movement now, overhead. So hip extension shrug, and then punch it through to a lockout. Let's do 5 of those per arm. Okay, so those are the movements for the workout. So let's talk about now, once you're warmed up, you should be pretty ready to go, how to handle this workout. So you're going to put 9 minutes on the clock. Your first workout, again, is going to be 30, 20, 10 of your alternating clean and jerks, then paired with a butterfly sit-up. Then we're going to go into a workout of 30, 20, and 10 into that alternating hang snatch paired with a butterfly sit-up. If you have time left over in that 9-minute clock, you'll keep going. You'll go back to another round of 30, 20, 10 clean and jerks, to another round of 30, 20, 10 dumbbell snatches. Really depends on how heavy the weight is for you, how high your motor is to keep moving, how far you get in this workout. Again, pick a weight that you know you're going to move well with. 50 is the RX for the men, 35 is the RX for the women. If that's a weight you can only do for a few reps in a row safely and well, it's probably too heavy for this workout. We'd like to see some bigger quantities and some faster movement in this workout. Okay, so that'll be your first part of the workout. I would take a nice long rest before going to part 2. You're probably going to need, let's say, 5 minutes or more, because you should be relatively tired from part 1 if you really kind of put your foot on the gas pedal. We're going to do an 8-minute Tabata workout. That means you'll put either a Tabata clock on if you have an app for that, or you'll put 8 minutes on the clock for 20 seconds. You're going to do that mountain climber knee to elbow, where we reached one forward and then we did the other side. 20 seconds of those, nice and tight. 10 seconds rest, then you're going to do the up-down plank, leading with the right arm. So it'll be right, right. You'll go then, after a 10-second rest, to the mountain climber again, knees to elbows, and then you'll go to a plank set leading with the left arm. So left and then right, okay? So mountain climber, knee to elbow, right arm plank, mountain climber, knee to elbow, left arm plank. This is going to be a very challenging Tabata workout because there's a lot of core and upper body strength involved here. 2 things of how to scale it. If knees to elbows are too challenging for you, just do the regular mountain climber, that's fine. If 20 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest is a little aggressive, consider maybe giving yourself either a little more rest or not doing a full 20 seconds of work. Maybe do 16, 17 seconds of work and then give yourself 2 or 3 extra seconds of rest each set so you can keep going. 4 rounds, 8 minutes total. All right, so let us know how you did on that United in Movement workout number 4. Those of you that are actually registered for this event, make sure and log your score, or make sure and keep track of your reps so that you can log your score at the end of the week. It should be challenging, it should be fun, and if you have the ability to maybe take some snapshots or shoot a video of the workout or let us know how you did, put that on social media for us at CFSD Strong. It's hashtag CFSD Strong. All right, so have a good workout. Work hard in this one. Be safe, and we'll see you next time.